Yeah, very important best of 3. I mean, it feels weird to say that early on. But especially these series where it feels so even, right? Like Goblin Yakov, like, I mean, it almost feels identical here, these two teams. Different playstyles, but... oh yeah, I'll move the camera for sure. But yeah, very even, so it feels very important. Top left, we have Goblin and Young Yakov. Goblin is also live, by the way, on Twitch, if you want his POV. And the bottom right, we have Elaser and Shameless. So let me very quickly move the camera. There we go. So I can stop annoying you guys. And all right. What do I expect from... Wait, did I just... Something... No, never mind. My brain saw something weird. Ah, this is what my brain saw. I can't even explain what just happened to me, but I looked at the production tab and something felt off. I was like, there's like an extra gas or a Nexus first. Like my brain didn't know what it was, but something felt like it was off. It's Shameless taking the gas for Elaser. Especially pretty funny. I can give you guys a little snippet of inside information now the series has begun. Elaser tends to ask the Protoss player to take the gas for him because he thinks he's going to be so rich the game is basically over. That's not objectively true, but it could be good. And then Young Yakov is the other side because he likes to take the gas for the Protoss player. Now, the fact that this is going on is interesting enough because that means that these players have shared control. Sharing control is still not the standard. I like to share control when I play with my solid teammates. But when I play with just a new teammate or someone I haven't played with much before, or someone that's not used to sharing control, I don't usually do it. But this means you must share control or you can't mine from your teammate's simulator. Now, the Stargate was spotted on Goblin's side. He's getting viciously blocked, by the way, and so is Shameless. He did stop blocking it, though. So Goblin's going to be blocked a little bit longer, but not that long. You're not a solid teammate? Well, that's like the first time we played together, right? So I think that's fair to say. You were, by the way, Juby, guys. Let's give another applause for Juby, because your performance today, brother, that was fire, man. Actual fire. 6-0, first place in the group. Just the actual fire. Congrats, man. That's fantastic. I mean, you were already good with me, but then, you know, going 6-0 not a single map lost above Max and Cyril and all the boys, that's beautiful, man. Well done. First diversion here, by the way. Shameless is going for the 3-gate. This is what Showtime was doing a lot, but he was doing it after Oracle. What he was doing was going for 3-gate and then the Twilight. Now, Goblin is actually doing the Showtime. I guess he was inspired. So Showtime started doing something where he makes the gates before the Twilight. And now Goblin did the exact same thing. So that is 100% based on Showtime's play. Yeah, you and Trigger, I thought you guys were absolutely cooked because I'm of the opinion that Protoss straight up sucks against Protoss Zerg. And then you were playing against Skilla Serral of all teams, you know? So that's beautiful, yeah. We're casting Group B now. This is the first match of the group. Group A had the first 3 matches already. If you're watching on YouTube, my own matches are going to be on the main channel, and these casts are going to be on the second channel. Let's see. Early Roach Warren for a Young Yakov. Okay. It's funny to look at these teams because in my mind, Elaser is a bit of a crazy Zerg. I mean, here you go. Who likes to attack in different ways. Young Yakov is also kind of aggressive sometimes. Like, he can do a vicious build. He likes doing proxy hatches and stuff sometimes. But this time, they are going to be the defenders. Stasis got triggered by 3 links in... Okay, dude. For a second, I thought Shameless put these force shields because I saw the sentry. Yeah, this is the thing on maps like this with the new energy recharge. You warp in 1 sentry, you recharge it, you can just force field the ramp off. So that's very well done by Gobo. Now, this base kind of looks like it should die. Elaser surprisingly is pushing forward. I'm not saying it's a bad idea, but I was expecting them to settle. I mean, it's looking like a very good attack here. Like, the links by Young Yakov, they just have to keep running. They can't do anything against the Bay links. Would have liked to see 1 manual detonation there by Elaser. So far, not that many workers have fallen. And the roaches by Young Yakov are out. I think this is going to be a very good hold here. Lings are doing pretty well against the queens here. 2 queens still alive. But I think that's going to be it for the damage. Now, let's see the aftermath of this. Goblin is actually up 1 worker against Shameless and up 2 oracles. And Young Yakov is up 5 workers against Elaser. So I think The team over here, the blue team, definitely got themselves a lead. Did I just see that correctly? Did he just kill his own draw with a queen? I'm pretty sure that's what I just saw. Oh, he does have the gold base, by the way. That is obviously something that that matters. Yeah, I've had a lot of comments about the overlay, so I decided to change it to this one. If you guys like this one, then I'll just keep using this one. You know, it's not like I'm married to the other overlay, you know, so... Yeah, killing the third... Ooh, that's painful. Oh, wow, that's such an annoying snipe for Shameless. Loses the sentry. He's gonna lose 2 probes as well. Team Blue is cooking so far, guys. But they do have the gold base. Let's look at the income. This is the gold... Look at this mineral income. The gold base effect. He's 1,000 above the other players, pretty much. So, yeah. Yeah, I think this was probably a couple Bailings, if I had to guess, based on the HP of this. I think that was 2 Bailings exploding or so on this hatchery. The Zergs are pretty much even, I would say. And Goblin feels like he's definitely a little bit ahead, mostly because of the Oracles. Oracles are pretty busto, if we're being honest. Lair very late for Elaser, by the way, compared to Young Yakov, so... I think we can totally see a timing here. Let's see, Young Yakov is 54 workers. He's making more workers still. I wouldn't necessarily mind just like mass roach with 1 upgrade, go for it. But Goblin might not be that committed. I mean, he doesn't have a 3rd base yet. He's gonna take it now. Not really that far behind Shameless's base, so it's all good. Elaser, yeah. Elaser was shared 3rd place in the circuit rank, by the way. Tied with me and Goblin, actually. And if you're tied with me and Goblin, you have to be an absolute monster, you know? So... Can't be underestimating him here. Actually, 2 tied 3rd placers in this little match over here. Shameless and Young Yakov also quite strong. Young Yakov actually a last chance qualifier to the circuit. But since then, him and Jumi have looked very strong. And his team... By the way, guys, fun fact. Jumi went 6-0, right? He was a last chance qualifier, okay? He didn't make it through the 16 spots from the standings. He was a last chance qualifier, and now he's 6-0 in the groups. If Young Yakov follows him, that would be the best argument ever to have last chance qualifiers. Like, holy cow. Which group would I say is harder, A or B? I don't really know, actually. I think Clem got replaced by Nicorakt in Group B, and that might push Group A to be a bit harder, but in 2v2 it's very hard to say. Like, depends on how well people prepare and stuff, you know. Like you can see, Jumi pop the frick off. Anyone like that could just be fantastic at 2v2. And if you only know about 1v1 skill, you're never gonna know. This attack looks very scary because Elaser doesn't have Roach Spit yet. And I think, yeah, Young Yakov also. Young Yakov and Goblin are both up 1 upgrade. He doesn't have energy on the Oracle, so he can't put Stasis Wards behind this, which would make this even better. Definitely good trades here. Yeah, looking at this is a very annoying spot to defend against mass Blinkstalkers that are... Oh, I thought they were going to be Bailings, actually. Yeah, I can tell you guys why Clem dropped out. It was he was just silly. He didn't look at the dates, first of all, so he agreed to go on a vacation on the event. Then he told me it's no big deal because he can get a setup going. And then 2 days ago, he was like, actually, it's going to be a bit too hard to get a setup going. So I had the 2nd place finishers from the last chance qualifier play a match, Gerald and Nicorakt. Nicorakt won that series 3-2, and hence Nicorakt is the replacement for Clem. Once again, I know he's a big name and I would have liked to see him, but in this 2v2 format, I feel like everyone can thrive, and I'm excited to see everyone, to be honest. So, yeah, we'll see. Nicorakt so far, I'm going to be brutally honest here, he hasn't impressed me too much in 2v2 in particular. He's been getting really good in 1v1, but in 2v2, it's been a little rocky. Like, him and Gerald, they were teammates, actually. That makes it even more painful, like a little bit of a betrayal. They tended to lose in silly ways. They had good mechanics, but they would lose because they didn't wall off their base, things like that. And I think Nicorakt might be one of those players that plays a little bit too much 1v1 in the 2v2, if you know what I mean. But this is really good multitasking, by the way, by Team Blue. Young Yakov distracting at the front. Stalkers killing this base in the meantime. And, oh, I actually thought it was Roaches, but Zerglings running into that base in the meantime. Elaser over here on the left side, gonna be able to kill 1 base, I think. This is a risky move because they can totally catch that. Oh, both Orcas are gonna die. That is okay. I'm not 100% sure what just... Okay, my brain collapsed again. These infestors were in such a compromised spot. I thought they were Elazer's infestors and that he just tried to fungal his teammate stalkers. That was actually a sick flag from Young Jakob with the infestors. Now this game is about to go crazy because we have run by, counterattack with the entire army, fight here, stasis here, Elazer coming back. I think this is going to be pretty good for Young Jakob because you should at the very least be able to kill this base. Exactly, that's what he does. Now, Goblin does seem to lose the fight against Shameless here, and Young Jakob is in a dangerous spot. If you look at the supplies are still incredibly even. Incomes are definitely going to favor the blue team. I could tell that without looking because they have an extra base here. This is the base that they just killed, basically. That's the one Goblin has. And this base, I mean, it was also denied from Young Jakob, so him and Elazer are going to be quite even. Now, follow-ups are going to be Storm for Team Goblin. Shameless hasn't made any tech yet, I believe, right? He's also on 4 gases. He does have the Dark Shrine. You never know when a Dark Shrine is going to randomly win this game. Let's do a check on the upgrades. Goblin is 1 upgrade ahead, but that is about to be negated. Exactly, +2 each. Young Jakob 2 upgrades ahead, actually, against Elazer. Did I read that correctly? Yeah, okay. So Young Jakob Roaches are going to be significantly stronger. This is funny because they went from Zerg fighting Zerg and Protoss fighting Protoss to switching it up completely. Now the Protoss players are fighting the Zerg. These infestors could be so good. No, he clicked them away at the worst moment. The Funkos there would have been massive. Oh, this is an Omega sandwich. But it's a double sandwich, right? I wish I could zoom out even more, but I can't. I really tried there, as you guys could see. It is hard to say who exactly got sandwiched, but now we see the aftermath of the fight. It does really seem to be Young Jakob. If those infestors stayed, he would have been able to fungal that from the low ground. And then it would have been different. I still think this game is incredibly even over here, to be honest. Like, I know Young Jakob is getting pushed back. Oh, there is a DT over here. But there is a Spore, probably in each base if I had to guess. Storm, there are no more storms, but then the energy recharge comes. And this is one of those funny things about 2v2. You're gonna see interactions that you don't see in 1v1, like Storm against Protoss. You just stormed Stalkers. Sounds dumb, but a Storm does half the HP of a Stalker. Like, it's legit. It's pretty powerful. Ooh, they're one of my favorite upgrades. Let's go. I love Tunneling Claws. It's just beautiful. It's the building of doom, guys. Oh no, we gotta zoom in for this, even though it's literally just... You can't even see what it is. It's a lurker then. Okay, the building of doom. It's terrifying to play against. It's the hardest unit for me to play against in a 2v2 setting. Though I did win against him with Jumi, so I guess if I have a hard enough carry, we can make it happen. Let's do a check of the economies again. Very even. Protoss players are ahead of the Zerg players on both sides. 1300 gas a minute for Goblin, by the way, which is insane. Okay, upgrades. Goblin is ahead, Young Jakob is ahead. I still would say the blue team has a sizable lead here. It maybe doesn't feel big, but they have a sizable lead, I think. I'm not quite sure. Didn't he have Burrow Roaches on the left side? Did he never use those, or I missed them? Oh, this is... There's a cannon. Yeah. If those went into the natural, it would have probably been pretty massive. Now, this position... Wait, this base is just cooked. He has to run for his life. There's Storm, and... There are 4 Immortals here as well. Shameless, I think, has 0. Shameless has 39 Stalkers and 12 Zealots. That's a uThermal Protoss army, actually. The what of a Zealot counterattack is not going to find any damage. And Young Jakob and Goblin find themselves up by about 40 supply, I would say, combined. This base, I'm pretty sure this was building, so that got denied. And now, Elazer's income is kind of in the gutter. You can see least minerals, least gas as well. But... he does have this. And I can tell you one thing about lurkers, okay? Whether you think they're busto as hell or not, one thing that does happen is if the Nidus finishes in the main, it's one of the strongest instant GGs from a macro game you can have. Against both Terran and Protoss, if 20 lurkers finish into the main with their upgrades, you can't really retake it. Like, you just give up the main. Base trades and stuff can still happen. Oh, these actually survive this. But, I mean, it is really one of the... Yeah. That was a fast spot. You guys saw that freak... Dude, that is the best hidden overseer I've ever seen. Look at this. That's disgusting. Looks like we do have a little bit of a fight going. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Shameless can't fight this because of Storm as well. These do not have burrow speed upgrade. Oh, careful, Young Jakob. You're gonna lose literally everything in like 5 seconds if you fight that. That base gets denied. This base is gonna get denied as well. Yeah, here's the thing. Team Blue is obviously winning, but they're not going to win a fight against 14 lurkers. Okay. Goblin's army is decent against lurkers, but combined with the stalkers, it makes it very hard to fight. Young Yakov can literally not do anything against the lurkers because he only has Roach. Okay, yeah, he wants to be careful there. Oh, he doesn't see the lurkers on the high ground. Really? What? That was really fortunate, wasn't it? They were all shooting that one zealot on the top instead of hitting those stalkers. Well, they did take damage, looks like, but I feel like they could have maybe killed some. Lurker run by over here is very good. Oh, it's a really good catch by them. Look at this. They have to go back. They're going to kill probably 3 lurkers on the back of that. A 4th one. Blinding. Oh, the Viper. Look at the timing on those Vipers, guys. Every single lurk. That's beautiful, guys. Come on. Every single lurker gets abducted. That is insane. There is a roach attack over here, but I mean, roaches are just roaches. They are going to get cleaned up at some point. Vipers, incredibly useful here. Like, very, very good. Young Yakov splits a couple roaches in this base to deny it. This counterattack is going ham. I said it's just roaches, and it's still not roaches, but it is going ham. There are 8 lurkers in the main base of Goblin. Remember what I said, guys? You cannot really clean this up with reinforcements. You need air units or a big army. The big problem is that Shameless doesn't really have anything, but he does have Stalkers, and Stalkers are an amazing outplay unit. He kills a... No way. He kills a couple Immortals, guys. Their eco is in the gutter. The Lurker Knight is got up, even though they already... Oh, this is a painful moment for Laser, though. This cannon right here, MVP cannon. Make sure 4 Lurkers go down. This base, or well, this natural area is not going to be contested. Good blink there by Shameless, going after the weak units there. Let's see. Yeah, there are no lurkers at home, so Goblin would have been able to kill that. He's going to go for the recall instead. Where did he recall? Oh, all the way to this base. Wow. Oh my goodness. I can't believe it. The income. Goblin on 3,000 minerals. The rest have 1k combined. Yeah, that's a gold base for you, I guess. Young Yakov really needs to help with this. They can't lose this base. Yakov, you have to go for that, my friend. Oh no. Yakov just abandoned Goblin's base. That was a very unnecessary death there. This one roach seems to have deterred the entire income over here. Good catch by Gobbo though. He gets the blink on top of the roaches, kills all of them. Let's see what's left there for Elaser. 5 lurkers, 14 roaches and 5 hydras. Shameless does still have 28 stalkers. I know he doesn't have a lot of supply, but Yakov has no income, guys. Team Red is mining more gas and close in minerals. If they win this, that would be the clutch of the century. There's going to be another 5 roaches. Oh yeah, 5 roaches dying over there. The lurkers are going to keep this base safe, though. If Goblin had map hacks, I think he might have tried, because he does have 8 storms on those bad boys and 3 immortals. Oh, the Vipers though. The Vipers are so godly here. Like, that's 6 dead lurkers. That's how many lurkers he has. Look at that. 1, 2, 3. These Vipers might win in the game. I've always said it. Vipers are so good in 2v2, and I think they might prove it. I think Shameless was close to blinking in on that. Yeah, I think it was actually quite close. Goblin tries to go forward. Keep in mind, he does have the storms. Fungals from downtown would be absolutely delicious as well. There are... Oh no, there's actually changelings. I mean, there's no eco for Young Yakov to kill. Goblin, this is exactly what I was talking about before, guys. Not in this game, but I've talked about it many times. This is what players do wrong very often in these team games. Goblin has a lot of money and he can't spend it. He should be giving it to his teammate right now, so his teammate can't rebuild. People are good at feeding early on for specific strategies. Shameless is microing fantastic here, and he's actually about to delete Yakov from the game. Almost officially. I mean, he has a couple units left. What does he have? He has 3 Infestors, 3 Vipers, 3 Hydras, and 4 Roaches. Now, admittedly, 3 Infestors and 3 Vipers are extremely useful. But can they... I mean, with Vipers, they can... Where are the Vipers at? Okay. There's a chance that they go back to get energy. Yeah, look at this. He can kill 6 Vipers instantly with this, and he's gonna try to do it. No. You don't want to attack into their... Oh, that was a little bit disjointed. He's gonna use Blinding Clouds instead of Abducts. There are still 5 Immortals, though. 1 more Abduct on that Lurker. He has 1 more left. He can use it on that one if he wants. There are a couple Lurkers from the high ground. And that was one of the scariest A moves I have ever seen, because they could have lost the game to that. But they do clutch the game in the end. Oh my goodness. Game number 1, by the way, guys. Of the entire group. Not just this series. Game number 1 of this entire freaking group. Wow. Yeah, I told you guys. They almost clutch it with the Lurkinitis. Every single Protoss and Terran knows. One Lurkinitis in the main, you can die instantly. Wow. All right, guys. Game number 2. I mean, the first game was a banger. If we get more of that, that will be absolutely fantastic. Game number 1, or game number 2. Bottom left, we have Goblin and Young Yakov. Top right, Shameless and Elaser. And to be honest, game 1, it was as close as I said it was going to be in the intro, right? Because I was like, this is as close as it gets. And it was. Even though it wasn't a straight line, it was more up and downs. First, Team Blue got a sizable lead. Then Elaser, it was, I mean, I would say it was all Elaser. Shameless played a big part of it, of course. But Elaser with the Roach counterattack killed literally all of Young Yakov's eco because he had 3 drones. Killed Goblin's main as well, effectively. Almost brought it back. And this is when it gets ooh, wait, it's double interesting. Guys. Protoss Zerg versus Protoss Zerg meta can be a bit on crack. Okay? Gold base first for Elaser. And, oh, he's doing the thing. Yeah, that's actually really funny that he was holding his drone over there. He wasn't expecting him to take the gas, but he did. But here we have what is... I'm not an expert on Zerg builds, but I want to say it was a 17-17, meaning he's going to go for probably a Ling Flood. Doesn't necessarily have to be. This, if you guys want a reference, if you're a YouTube viewer of mine, this is what I open with when I do the Ling Drop build. That might sound more relatable to you guys. It's probably going to be a Ling Flood in this game, though. Yeah, Elaser is a bit of a greedy demon. Though, I do want to say... Oh, it's 2-gate Ling Flood. I didn't even know there's a second gate there. Elaser, he is a greedy player. I'm not going to deny it. But in 2v2 recently, greedy Zerg seems to be an incredibly strong playstyle. I'm not sure if you guys watched the finals of the last warm-up cup. It was a big upset. Milky Cow and Vanya / Wayne 3-1 Showtime Spirit. And it was not really a close 3-1. Like, they honestly owned them. It could have been a 4-0. Right? And Wayne, every game, just went up to like 67 drones without units. It didn't really seem like you could punish it. And then he was just too rich. So, Elaser's way to play is probably just generally good in this. He's going to catch the queen. Oh, he was trying to catch it. Doesn't actually really get the catch on it, though. We have a proxy robo? Okay. I think that is the first thing I'm gonna disagree with here. I mean, I'm gonna give you guys a little Protoss Zerg history, right? Typically, Ling Stalker all-in, Ling Bane Stalker all-ins with like proxy gate, so you go proxy 4-gate, are really, really, really difficult to hold. In fact, I would say with this base, you cannot possibly defend against it, okay? Which would put the other team ahead. But proxy robo against Zerg, it's really not that crazy. Like, Lings just are, they're just good enough against the Immortals. Like, oh, he got through. He's gonna get the Queen as... That micro by Young Yakov was nasty, guys. He snipes everything he has to, and then he sneaks through without getting hit by the Bailings, forces the force field as well. And now we're gonna have to see. Literally, if these guys did the same thing, but with Goblin 1-gate expanding, they also would have killed this hatchery, I think. So that would have put them very far ahead. Now they're still gonna have to go for the kill. I think that was probably 2 adepts, right? If I had to get... Was it 2 adepts or a couple Lings? I'm not quite sure. I actually missed it there for a sec. Elaser's crazy for going out here. Oh, that is painful. Lose a lot of Lings. Oh, those Banes are gonna die. Look at the Baneling. Yeah, wow. I mean, I'm gonna say it, guys. They're kind of getting out-microed by Team Blue right now. And in particular, Young Yakov impressing me with the micro so far. Now, he has force fields, but there's a Prism. Prism can do things like this. Okay? You can force field as much as you want. They're always gonna be able to pick it up. Second Immortal is not on the way. Proxy Pylon might get denied by Elaser's... Shameless is powerful here, guys. But is he powerful enough? His income is definitely the best. I mean, I didn't even have to look. There's just no question about it. Shameless has the most eco. But is he powerful enough? There's a lot of Banelings. Like, here's the tricky part. The Banelings make it so that the Zerglings of Yakov cannot get in. Look at the supply, guys. Shameless is crazy, crazy strong. Elaser doesn't have much, but he doesn't need much. He just needs the occasional Baneling here. That is 9... How many gates does Shameless has? 4 gates. 4 gates on Shameless side. I think I saw a Twilight in there as well, right? Let's see. No, it's not a Twilight. It's just 4 gates. I mean, that's a lot of Stalkers. There's no extra Immortal out yet. I think they might have defended this, guys. Like, it's not over, but it's starting to look like they should defend this. Hey, by the way, guys, important notice here. There's no vision, right? What they can do is they can elevate her into the main, force field the ramp. They could easily go for it. Ooh, those banings are powerful. Really good focus fire there by Shameless. Let's see how good the juggling micro is by Goblin. Shameless going for the prism. He actually gets the prism as well. And I feel like this means that they have defended, guys. There's not another prism. That Immortal is gonna die, and I think they're gonna tap out. Wow. Here's the thing. I'm an unbiased caster, but Goblin is a homie, you know? You gotta cheer for the homie at least a little bit. If this was just a 4-gate, or something simpler, a 2-gate expand, I think they're fine. I don't wanna, you know, brag about my prediction, but I said the Proxy Robo is a very questionable choice, and it really didn't do what it needed to do, right? Like the Immortal, did it really have that much value? I actually don't think... Was that 2 Banelings or something? Where were they? wait, this is really funny. This was post GG. Young Yakov literally waited to do this and then left. Look at this. He did it, he pinged it, he left. What an absolute beast. Game number 1 goes to Team Red. In the bottom right, Young Yakov and Goblin. I think these guys are going to be unhappy with the fact that the score is 1-1, because if you kill a gold base that easily, you're kind of expecting to win that game, right? So that's a little bit of a tough one for them. The other side, they're going to be... It's the opposite, right? They're going to feel extra motivated, extra happy. We have Elaser and we have Shameless. It is fitting that a match at this even in skill, in MMRs, in swagger, perhaps, does go to game number 3. No Nexus first, by the way. Kind of surprising, because I do think Nexus first is pretty goated. I think Jumi also played Nexus first with me, right? It's just fantastic. It's just a great build. And you're safer in 2v2 as well. You guys have any crazy predictions for this one? I would say that neither side is going to all in. I'm not sure if anything crazy is gonna happen though. Like it's a pretty defensive map. There is a chance... Okay, the crazy prediction that I have is that we're gonna see some extended Stargate play, which we haven't seen a whole lot of yet today. He went for the 19 Nexus instead of 20, so he wouldn't get blocked, I guess. That's nice. Phoenix or Stalkers? I think it's going to be... Let's see. Which one of the Protoss is it going to be, guys? I think it's going to be Shameless. Oh, he's getting his gas blocked. That's kind of it. Isn't it annoying? Yeah, okay. I was like waiting for him to send the probe there. I think Shameless is going to be... Well, he did get his gas blocked. No, I'm gonna stay with the prediction. Shameless gonna be the Stargate guy. Goblin's gonna be the Twilight guy. Here we go. He forgot the Cybercore? Oh, he did? Oh, that is a little late, right? That is quite late, actually. Ooh. Shameless. Painful. Also notice the subtle difference in wall-off versus no wall-off. It's always interesting to see how people think about 2v2. Some people don't wall off even when it seems obvious that you should. Once again, that's not a fact. It just feels like you should. And some people always wall off. This is actually a matchup where you don't see wall-offs that often because your teammates zerg anyway. Right? Sentry Stalker. Probably going to be a Twilight then, right? From Shameless. Once again, I do really like the Sentry openers. Scouting is... it gets overlooked a little bit in 2v2 because there's just so much going on and you have so many units. People feel a little safer, stuff like that, right? So very often you see people scout early on, probe, reaper, that kind of thing, but then not that much later. I really like seeing the sentry opening. He's going to confirm that Yakov has 200 gas mined right now, which is quite a lot. That means that, you know, he's going to spend that on something besides just making link speed. He sees that Goblin is playing the same build as game number 1, Oracle into the 3-gate, surely followed by a Twilight Council right here in my cursor. Unlucky. Oh, hold on. Oh, DTs? Someone said it. Who was it? Spartacus? Yeah, Spartacus Warlord. I saw it. You called it, my friend. Oh my. Ooh, DTs. So far, DTs, they feel like they should work, but they usually haven't. That's like it's the same with when me and Jumi won against Skillis and Wayne. He went for DTs, and then Skillis just were chilling here with an observer, but we still won the game. In this case, their detection is 2 oracles, but the better you are with the oracles, the more active you are with them. Actually, I don't like that Elazer's moving out, because that might have him keep his oracles at home. You see? Oracles are gonna stay at home now. 3 batteries? What if they scout that they're gonna go for 3 batteries? I don't actually know. Yeah, I feel like it's all gonna come down. Oh, dude, for a second, it was a Zergling, but I thought I saw him shoot his own oracle. Oh. No way! Goblin! 5,000 IQ! Where was he going? He was going all the way around. He saw it. Yeah, I think he's gonna see it in time. I think they're gonna get ahead from this. I'm pretty sure, like, Goblin, he's gonna be good enough to see those. He's gonna keep the oracles over here. Wow. 5 million IQ scout by Goblin there. Elazer, or sorry, Young Jakov sending a couple. I might have confused them before, actually, because it is a bit confusing, but... he is going to send the Zerglings here to deny this proxy. I think it's really good by Shameless. Very good restraint on not going in with the DTs, okay? It's so tempting to be like, fork, we got scouted. Let's just go for it, you know. It's gonna be bad if we don't. He realized it would be even worse if he went, goes back. And yeah, I mean, they're gonna have their chances later on. I think it's a little insane that the Elazer's taking this base, because this feels like the most attackable position in history, right? Look at this, by the way. Young Yakov, very fast on the road speed and the +1. Elazer's lair just finished, right? Did I see that correctly? Yeah, his lair just finished, I believe. Young Yakov did forget or not forget. Right now it looks like he forgot it because he has enough money. The second upgrade, there you go. Gets it now. This could be a brutal timing attack on that gold base, guys. If we're actually going to see it, I don't know. Overseer goes in for a little scout. And I think we're now going to prepare for the next phase. Young Yakov is going to go for a Hydra then. But without the infestation pit. The reason why that's important is because if there was an infestation pit, I would say that it's going to be lurkers. Now it looks more likely it's just going to be Roach Hydra into lurkers at some point. A little bit of a ling run by. Good reaction by Elazer. Loses 1 drone. Obviously no biggie. Now this is actually a biggie. Wait, where's Shameless Army? Okay, no, it is there. For a second I thought it was completely out of position. It isn't. But once again, like, this gold base is... It's crazy talk to try and defend this. If he just had this space, he would have just been chilling on 4 bases. Okay, this is not necessarily the greatest move by Young Yakov, though. Going up this ramp, I know he has an upgrade advantage. Goblin also, actually very similar to game number 1, right? Both Yakov and Goblin the upgrade advantage. Going up that ramp, probably not something you wanted to do. Similarly, the red team, I don't know where they're chasing this. Like, get out of there, because this is not going to be healthy for you. In the end, I would say the trades back and forth probably pretty even. This is very important here, guys. This map has this access. If the gold base is dead, they lose this access point, which means it's very easy for Goblin, or yeah, Yakov or Goblin, in this case Goblin, to kill these rocks, go here, and then if they move their army over here, it's a shorter path for you to attack this base. So it's very easy to outplay your opponent in that way, because they can't really do anything about it. Now, this is definitely a very comfortable trade for Shameless here. It's basically, it's even more Stalkers than Roaches. Wait, what does Shameless have? Shameless is feeling powerful all of a sudden. Huh. I told you guys it was a good decision to go back with the DTs. I don't even know if they did anything in the end, but it signaled to me that he was ready to try his luck into the later game, even if they didn't get that damage. That's what I liked. Biggest problem here is that Young Yakov is just ahead compared to Elazer, I want to say. Elazer does not have... Does he have an infestation pit? I don't think I saw it, right? Yeah, no infestation pit. And Young Yakov was making the Hive and the Building of Doom. This time he is the one making it. And yeah, this is the advantage of playing Oracle. You just get stasis wards for the rest of the game. This is going to be a very comfortable fight here for Goblin. This is exactly what you want to do, by the way. You want to get these free trades against the Roaches. If the Stalkers are there, you can do it. Now, it looks like Shameless might get the same fortune if he's paying attention. He's going to lose 3 Stalkers. Actually, just 2 Stalkers right off the bat. Now, I can understand if they want to play careful, Team Blue, because they feel like they're in a good position for sure. Now, walking up this ramp, they can't. But now, exactly, this is the thing I was talking about, but on the other side. Team Red is kind of all in, but on this map, well, all in, of course. Like, they're still macroing, but they don't have Lurker plus Hive. And now, look, it's a 2v1. Goblin decides to go from the back. This opens up some strategy. They really have to micro well on both fronts here. Like, it's a sandwich, but you can also indeed just go for one of the sides. Good bios there by Elazer. Now, Shameless has a lot of Stalkers, guys. It's 42 Stalkers for Shameless. It was 42 against 18 Stalkers. Goblin warping in 8 more. Their supply is the same, so but then they keep doing this. They're just jumping on one part of the army, get good trades, and then they use the corrosive bios to make sure that the other side is to back off. I mean, the supplies are still close. Shameless Elazer taking a very small supply for a second. Now it's evening out again because the Stalkers got to fight against the Ravagers directly. But keep in mind, guys, Lurker upgrades on the way. And that could, like, if they let them get there, 3 Lurkers are on the way too. That's going to be very problematic. I believe I haven't seen a Nidus Worm yet, so at least we're not going to have the game-ending Nidus Worm yet. Oh, that is a fat stasis. There you go, guys. The Oracle advantage. The reason why they're going in so hard, by the way, is because they see the Lurker eggs. Those bios denied 2 Lurker eggs, by the way, which is freaking insane. That Lurker doesn't have the range yet to shoot all of them, so it was only shooting a Roach. Really good bios by Elazer, and it's pretty insane, but they actually got a good trade even with the Lurkers finishing, and they killed the base. Now, there is a really good run by here by Young Yakov that's going to be able to deny that base for a while. But keep in mind, guys, this was Yakov's 3rd base. His economy is completely shot right now. Admittedly, the eco is not that different. The Protoss players have the biggest eco by far, and it's pretty even. Let's see, what did these Oracles do? They have 6 kills. I don't like that these Oracles were out there in downtown. I think more stasis wards is always just better for the most part. But yeah, now we're getting to the Lurker Viper stage. And it's going to be very hard for them to deal with those. This is a fantastic move by Shameless, though. Look at this. Roach Zealot going to the right side. Stasis wards going up over here is a good idea. Could catch a million Roaches at some point. This base gets denied, and yeah, that's the biggest problem they have right now. Goblin is big, he's powerful. Young Yakov is powerful when it comes to units and tech, but Yakov's eco is terrible. Absolutely in the dumps. This base is about to finish, then it's going to spike up, but look at this. 1.1k minerals, and the other second lowest is 2.5. Actually, a really bad eco. Elazer also has this gold base again, obviously, which is a massive deal. Okay, a couple Zealots going down here. These trades are... Well, does he have... I think... Oh, no, here's the Storm. Yeah, he doesn't have Templars yet, I believe, but you can always warp in 1. Yeah, it's a lot of Lurkers. It's a really hard thing to manage about this map. Even if you have a better army, you always need to defend this side too, because it's not just this base. It feeds into the natural and then into the main. If an army walks through there... you know, you're going to lose all of your bases. So you have to manage that. He's doing it by sieging, burrowing 4 lurkers over there. Now, this army can't realistically be stopped. It's Immortal Lurker against Roach. So Shameless is doing the most sensible thing, and he's going for a massive counterattack. Good blink as well there. It's ballsy, but it's a good blink. Every single drone is going to fall. And wow. This game might end up in another crazy base trade here, because, like, these Stalkers cannot die. Right? I mean, if he blinks into this, they could. Otherwise, they won't. Okay, that's pretty much the deal. So, exactly. Goblin has to come back. Young Yakov is gonna get through. Oh, those lurkers are gonna hurt. Like, Biles are good, but you can only really kill 1 lurker with that. Gonna lose a couple units over here. Shameless spread his units over the bases. Warping in the main as well. Young Yakov's worker count is 30. And none of those are really mining, because it's these that are dying to Zealots. Couple lurkers are back. Wow. Massive surround by Team Red. They clean up the lurkers, and that is a really big deal. Because lurkers, if they were combined with Goblin's army, they were never gonna die. Now they're gone. And we're in a situation where Young Yakov is completely done and dusted. But Goblin is the strongest player in the game. He has 8 Immortals, 5 High Templars, and 25 Zealots. One thing that we've been missing from Team Blue is very simply counterattacks on the left side. 1 lurker here, 1 lurker here. These bases are shut down. Or 10 Zealots, or anything like that, right? But look at it. Goblin is on 190 supply. He also has +3 attack, which is insane. And this is when Zerg can really shine. Okay? Zerg, like, the mass units are not the best. Like, making mass Roach, I mean, Lynx are good with Adrenal, right? If you get there, Lynx are good. But Young Yakov doesn't have those upgrades, so it would be mass Roach. It's not that great. But if you're low supply, what you can do is you just make incredible quality. You make Lurkers, Vipers, and sometimes Infestors only. And they're such a big addition to the army. Like, he has 7 Lurkers and 4 Vipers. If they were here, they would not kill that even with a surround. Not even close. I mean, I kind of doubt with Storm that they're going to be able to kill that anyway. Here come 5 Lurk. Please do not walk into that army. There's an observer. Like, the Zealots will kill those. Okay? Oh, that's a DT. Hey, that's a team effort. Vipers plus DT are going to kill those. Shame is going to go for the surround. Oh, I think this is good for Team Blue here, guys. Because the Vipers are going to join up together with the Lurkers, and that makes his army unbeatable. Goblin did lose a lot of supply. Hey, he actually did it. Here we go. This is what I was talking about, guys. The Lurker completely shuts down that base, but he did miss this one. I think there's a lot of DTs on the map, because I can see the slicing on the minimap. Can they beat this army? I think the answer should be yes, but it's gonna be a lot of patience from them. Really good abduct over there. I mean, this is absolute... Oh no. Blinding Cloud stacking the units up against Storm Lurker. That is not what you want. That is not where you want to be. Stalker Roach Ravager against Blinding Cloud Lurker Immortal is... yeah, I mean, that's a situation. It's a very painful situation, that's what I can say. Shameless with the base trade. I think it's a good move. Well, I say that. This army is killable with 1,000,000 Zealots on the flank. Elazer's gonna go for the counterattack to the top right side as well. Yeah, here's the thing. Like, Goblin's army is fantastic, but it's slow. You don't really want to recall it because you're in the process of ending the game. He's making... Are they at home? No. If these 2 Lurkers were at home, that would make a pretty big difference. I mean, 2 Immortals are going to be pretty strong here. They are going to die to the Zealot Stalker, so that is a bit of a problem. Road Zealot is going to clean out the top of this map. Goblin is going back. He's not going to... Actually, no, he's not going to be able to kill that base with just that amount of Zealots. There's a couple of random Lurkers doing a lot of work here. But I think... Oh, wait. He has an Observer. He could have tried that. That was a really good trap by Young Yakov, though, killing a lot of units. Once again, guys, supply... massively in favor of Team Red, but keep in mind that it's 4 Lurkers. They add so much value, and it's Immortal Storm. It sucks that he didn't send enough to this base. I really think Goblin potentially could have killed this base. Now, they're gonna go to the top here, but Elazer also has Vipers now. Those Vipers mean that if they don't get fed backed, all the Immortals are dead. Look at it, he's gonna go for it. He's gonna get the Immortals, I think. Okay, he's gonna get one of them already. Yeah, the Vipers are so good here, man. Young Yakov snipes this base. I have to imagine including all of those workers, so that is a good move. Goblin's army stays alive. Goblin is still at 172 supply, by the way. Like a freaking brutal army. Young Yakov has no income whatsoever. Goblin does have the best income in the game. It's about equivalent to their eco combined. But, oh look, the storms are going to go huge. He can also feed back the Vipers. Don't forget about the feedbacks, guys. Young Yakov is killing another base here, guys. The income of Team Red is going back to the Stone Age slowly. What are the upgrades on Shameless Army? It's 3-1 against 3-1. I really like that Goblin is posturing, but this could go wrong at any moment, right? Like, it's extremely terrifying. Young Yakov sends a couple of units over here to deny the eco. These are going to do such a good job of denying the eco over here. The Lurkers are going to join back up with the main army. Shameless initiates another base trade. It's going to... Look, this is so good. If he just walks out, he can actually walk this entire parkour and just snipe drones along the way. And it's... Look, Goblin now has the chance to go for it. They know that... I think they know that the Vipers are there, right? Yeah, he saw the Vipers there. He wants to feedback them. He has to be very, very careful. The Lurkers get caught. He burrows them. There's no Observer. Oh my goodness, this is going to do a lot of damage. Even 2 Lurkers are pretty fantastic here. Goblin recalled that army? I'm not actually sure. Maybe he just had that. They're still going to stabilize at home. Young Yakov is down to 9 supply. He has 2 Lurkers and 1 Viper. I mean, that is probably the best 9 supply that you can have, right? In this kind of game. Okay. Like, here's the thing. A Goblin probably has to go for a move soon. Somehow his economy is still about the same as the other 2 combined. Keep in mind, if Goblin maxes out, he can't really go any further. Good bios and equally good dodges by Goblin at the same time. Let's see. Oh, that is a Blinding Cloud, but it... Oh, wait, the Zealots are on top of the Templar. I didn't notice that. A lot of storms kind of wasted there. He abducts the High Templars, which is pretty funny. I think with this fight, they probably will have done it. The Lurkers are doing a lot of work. Storms from downtown would be fantastic. He already used Blink, so the Lurkers are actually going to suffer against the storm. Shameless really doesn't have a whole lot, but Goblin lost his top base, and now Elaser has the strongest eco in the game. And it looks like Team Red, after... I would say, I didn't see all of the games. Very likely the best series of the tournament so far. It looks like Team Red, Shameless, and Elaser are gonna take this best of 3. Wow. I mean, beautiful. This is 2v2, guys. Come on. Give it up for 2v2. This is awesome. He does have a very big army, but... Okay. That questionable Blink. Storms are gonna be good against these guys. I told you. Storms are surprisingly good against these Protoss units. Shameless loses a lot of units. Goblin still has 6 Templars. Yakov with the 1 Viper and the 4 Lynx. Imagine if the 4 Lynx kill all of these drones or something. That would be so freaking hype. That would be the most hype thing ever, to be honest. Okay, I think he's gonna blink on top of... I would. Yeah, exactly. Blink on top of the Templar. You're gonna lose some Stalkers, but you just get those Templars out of the way. It's gonna make the Roaches so much stronger. Were those Banelings, maybe? I think he tried to click Banelings in there. Didn't I hear Baneling explosions? I think I did. Now there's an army over here. Goblin is microing his heart out to try to kill this. Goblin somehow, extremely impressively, is still at 100 supply. He's going to be able to clean this up, I think, with some excellent Blink micro. This army, however, is not going to die. Vipers are really good when Yakov has them. They're obviously just as good if Elaser has them, and he has 8 of them. Admittedly, very low... Feedbacks would actually kill some of these Vipers, by the way, because they're so low HP. You don't even need high-energy Templars for that. Now, Shameless, once again, doesn't really have a lot, but he did manage to get this base. Yakov is officially out of stuff. Yo, wait a second. One thing that he could have done is just make Adrenal Glands and let Goblin send some minerals so he can send Lynx with Adrenal Glands on the map. Feedbacks, really good feedbacks, but he's going to lose 5 High Templars for it still. He's going to try to kite back to his cannon. He doesn't know how much eco they have, but I think this is going to be the final blow, and wow. The series of the freaking tournament so far. Sadly, we do see a homie losing, but who can be sad after a banger of a series like that? Shameless and Elaser, absolutely fantastic performance. Goblin and Young Yakov could have won 2-0 as well with that last game if they didn't go for the proxy robo, but those are the mistakes that make it. And yeah, fantastic showcase for 2v2. If every series is even 50% of this, we're in for a hell of a tournament.